Hi everyone, I'm back. Um, Today is gonna be my experience with medication. I'm gonna go all over the place with what I took and my experience with them, the future with them, and all of that good stuff. Um, as you can see, there's a little bit of jazz music this time, so we're improving. Production value is going through the roof. um, yeah, so let's begin, I guess. I wanna set the tone first, letting you know this is my experience with it, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything at all that should be able to, you know, help you dictate what medication you should take or, you know, everything like that. It's entirely my experience, because I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people that take it talk about it, or like honestly enough. And honestly, the harder parts of medication is the trial and error process, and it's exhausting. It's really tiring because it messes with your body a little, and I think people need to hear that it's not just like this instant relief, nor is it this never-ending pain of never finding the right thing, right? Um, so yeah, this is gonna be my experience. So I first started medication when I think I was about 15 or 16. And honestly, the earlier years, everything really seemed to work better or like simpler. So the first medication that I started on was citalopram. I think it's Celexa, the other name. It's honestly what I was told is that it's made for like younger people, so teenagers and stuff like that. It's kind of it's the thing that they prescribe mostly for younger people. Um, it's more anxiety focused, where the target of that medication is to help with your anxiety. I used to take the maximum dose, which I think is 40 milligrams. I don't remember exactly, but honestly, my experience with it was it worked really well. Honestly, it helped a lot at the time. I don't know if it's because like there was maybe less problems with anxiety, or maybe it was just good. It was perfect for me. But I didn't really have any of the major side effects that people have with it. But the only real side effect that I got, and this side effect is really like for a lot of people, where it's the real side effect is you can't. How do I say this in a clean and safe way? um, it's incredibly difficult to climax on SSRIs. SSRIs is the kind of like antidepressant that is citalopram. Um, and it's kind of something that maybe you don't get warned about. I know there's a lot of videos about that though. I've seen a lot of people complaining about that side effect, but it's real. And honestly, I think almost all of them kind of have that side effect. I say almost all, not exactly sure like which ones don't have it. But I think most of mine had that side effect, unfortunately. Anyway, moving on. The second one that I tried, it was maybe, I think I was 17 or 18. I had stopped citalopram by then, and it was Prozac. I forgot the other name. I'm gonna forget like a lot of the other names. I'm sorry, guys. Henry is bothering me while I'm talking. He's like grabbing onto me and scratching me with his little fucking nails, and they're so sharp. Dude, I record the. Stop it! Stop it! Okay, back on subject. So Prozac is more like depression focused, is what I was told. Honestly, very similar experience. I definitely saw a big difference between me on Prozac and me without it. My mood lifted like very noticeably, and there were like very minimal side effects, kind of similar to the citalopram, where you know there were issues. Overall, really, when I was younger, so I say younger, I'm still young, but I'm like to some of you guys. I'm 24 now. But from like 15 to 18, the medication seemed to almost like work perfectly. Like it genuinely felt like it fixed something back then, like on its own. So that's mostly where it felt like it was kind of like the magic pill, you know. I took it and somehow felt better. I don't know if that was maybe like partly like placebo effect, where like I believe that it was magical, therefore it helped me much more than it should have, but whatever. I eventually stopped both of them. So citalopram I stopped when I was a little younger. Prozac I think I stopped when I was 19 or something. Honestly, I stopped without my doctor's approval or anything like that, which is not recommended. You should always, tell your doctor what's going on. You should always ask them. But I never did that because I thought I was smarter than them, and I'm a bad boy. Not good. Anyway, yeah. Now the ones that didn't work for me. There's quite a few, I think. Well, there's three, because I've been doing a lot of trial and error the past few years. First of all, the earlier one that I tried, I think it was 2020 when I tried that one. So I was what? I was 20. So it was 2021. Effexor, which I don't know. Wait, hold on. What if I Google it at the same time and gave you like the real shit? Oh, how about that? Henry, you're scratching me. You are hurting me, buddy. Just stop. Stop it. Okay. Scientific name. Effexor, other name. It's Venzir, Vencarm, Venlalix, or Venlablu. Whatever. Venlafaxine. Bang. It was honestly, I had a really bad reaction to it. It felt like I was going on, like, I only took it once, which I know is not, like, the best thing, but it's because I had a really bad reaction the first time I took it. It felt like I was bad tripping and ended up in the emergency room. Honestly, it kind of created a little bit of fear inside of me every time I try a new antidepressant or any other pill, actually. It kind of worries me that I'm gonna feel as bad as I was back then. Yeah, honestly, not much to say about it except that I had a really bad reaction to it. It was after seeing a psychiatrist, which he thought this was going to be the best thing for me, and then never saw me again, which is not fun, but yeah. So it wasn't really my thing, as you can tell. And then, so what's been happening lately is I've been trying Wellbutrin, which is bupropion. I forgot the other names. Wellbutrin or whatever. Honestly, I tried it for a week. So it wasn't long, but apparently after 7 days you should like have acclimated to it, like 5 to 7 days, and it should stop, like the bad side effects should stop, or like at least simmer down. But after like 9 days, I felt like it made everything worse in a way. Um, so it's supposed to help you with like motivation, um, help you sleep a little less, really drive you forward, right? But my brain is already like on overdrive all the time, and having that on top just made me like I was unstoppable and I couldn't sleep anymore, and it was really difficult to just go through the days normally without like stressing so much or without feeling super bad. Um, but after I talked to my doctor not long ago, and apparently it happens a lot. It's like a 50-50 kind of thing. I think that is what like I understood from what she was saying. It's not for everyone. For some people it works really really well, and for some others it's just like nope, it doesn't work with you. Um, but you know how every brain is made differently, so might not work for me, but it might work for you. But if you struggle with motivation, apparently it's like really good. It really gets you out of bed. I could feel like I had to do something with my day, but it was already so I'm already like so active in my head, I guess, that I really didn't need that, or like needed the boost to make it better. Then I had mirtazapine, which is another one. Let me see the scientific name. Other name. Remeron, apparently. Whatever. That honestly, I took it for like a month and a half, I think. Which is it's supposed to help you with sleep a lot. Because earlier, that's some of the issues that I had, is I couldn't sleep really. I couldn't fall asleep, and I struggled to stay asleep as well. So really, it helped with sleep a lot. The thing is, it knocked me out completely. Like, say I would take it at 10, right? At 10:05, I am already in bed snoring. Like, it was instant. There was no going back. Like, if you take it and something happens afterwards, like, I don't know. If there was a fire in my house when I had taken that, I was out cold. Like, there was no waking me up. No matter the amount of adrenaline, I was gone. So it did help a lot with sleep, but, you know, honestly, there was no really mood improvement on my end. I took it alongside Lexapro or escitalopram, but there was no like real mood improvement by adding it to it, and it felt a little too out of control. Like, I wish I could have like fought back the sleepiness a little bit. Like, say I take it at 10 and then I go to sleep at 11 or something, just to kind of like slow it down a little bit, you know. But it was instant, and it was a full knockout, and really didn't have much effect in the morning afterwards. So it really felt more like just a pill to put you to sleep, I guess. Which is, if I'm gonna take a pill, I want it to be like useful for something other than just putting me to sleep. Because if anything, I'll eventually fall asleep. It'll just take like an hour and a half or something. But yeah. What's currently going on, I'm taking 2 different pills right now. They're both antidepressants. One's for anxiety and one's for depression. One's more like an antipsychotic, which is like normally used for like schizophrenia or like bipolars or something like that, but in lower doses it can help with sleep and depression. Which is what I'm using right now, which is quetiapine. Let me see. Not to be confused with ketamine. I am not taking ketamine. It says Seroquel. The name is Seroquel. Yeah, so it's usually for schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depression. So yeah. that's what I'm taking right now. Honestly, it's I can feel a difference when taking it and versus not taking it in my mood. So I like if I don't take it in the morning, I can feel the difference between when I take it and when I don't. Especially later on in the night, I can start feeling, you know, these little videos that I made. Where I'm a little bit more, I feel more lonely, I feel a little more, you know, depressed, is just the way I'll say it this way. And honestly, it helps me with sleep. It's supposed to help me go to sleep at night, because I take a higher dose at night. Puts me to sleep right away. Not as bad as it did with mirtazapine, but it does it in a, like, way that I can fight it a little bit. So, like, lately I've been taking it at 8. Normally I could maybe fall asleep at like 9:15 maybe, but I end up going to sleep at 10 because I try to fight it back a little bit, and I don't want to go to sleep too early. So yeah. The thing is, I also take some in the morning, so I take 75 milligrams in total. I take 50 at night and 25 in the morning. And the 25 in the morning also makes me slightly drowsy, so it makes productivity really hard. Just like in the morning, right? So say I wake up at 7, I take my pill at 7, I would usually be like drowsy up until maybe 10 or 11, right? So in the morning it makes it a little hard. I try to push through, but it's quite difficult, and especially when you like keep fighting it, at some point you just get tired of fighting your body, right? Because my body says, yo, it's time to sleep, but I'm trying to like fight it all the time, and it's not good. Anyway, I also take escitalopram, which is Lexapro, which is very similar to citalopram, which is Celexa, which I used to take. Honestly, it's I can feel the difference in my anxiety when I take it and when I don't. It's, you know, it helps with the anxiety, but that's pretty much it, you know. It mostly helps with like the baseline level of stress that I feel my body having every day. But when it comes to like panic attacks where really like my brain just goes haywire, it doesn't really do much after that. So yeah, honestly, the frustrating part is that I feel like I need multiple medications now just to function. It feels heavy, and I don't like it, and it's frustrating because, and this is like gonna be the emotional part, I guess. Earlier, medications felt like solutions, you know. The medication fixed most of the problems, and it felt good, and now it just feels like an endless trial and error. And I feel powerless to it, right? Because I understand that it's hard to admit this to myself, but I need it. And honestly, it's what keeps me alive to some extent. But starting something new every few months to try to, or like weeks, to try to really find the best medication for me is just, it's just, you know, it's tiring, you know. I'm a little tired of it. I just want peace and quiet in my head, you know. But it's difficult to get, and it's also like the anxiety of being anxious about the anxiety medication because of the past medications where I've had bad reaction. It makes it hard to like start another one, right? Because I'm scared something bad's gonna happen again. So every time I take another one, and then it's a few days of not feeling necessarily good. So Wellbutrin, it took me a while to really like feel good, and then when I stopped taking it, I felt a little better because it made me feel worse. So yeah, I'm still showing up, I guess. I'm still trying, so That's something I'm trying to recognize the fact that I'm still doing that. And yeah, so what's coming in the next few days is I'm going to start a new medication, Abilify. It's unknown, I'm just starting it. I don't know yet. It works definitely differently than Quetiapine. It's supposed to be like less sedating in theory. And I'm going to be like removing Quetiapine and adding Abilify instead. I'm open to it, right? Maybe I'll do a follow-up video on Abilify. But yeah, if I guess the end of the video is more of like it can be super easy to find the medication that's going to help you. It could be also very hard. But if it is hard, I am also going through the process, and we can talk together about the medication if you feel like it. You know, we can relate to how tiring and how suffocating it can be. But hey, we keep going, right? We're trying our best, and we do what we can, right? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this one. I know it's a lot of me lately in the past videos, well, in the past 2 videos. But I'm hoping that my experience can maybe help some people figure some things out. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day and a good night and sleep tight. All right. Bye.